Katie, and this is Living in the Now. On my channel, I talk about everyday manifesting, stories and examples to help you to manifest everything you desire. Today's video is about affirmations. Are you saying tons of affirmations and not seeing any changes or results? Let's look at why and what to do instead. So they told you to say tons of affirmations, affirm for things. They usually sound like, I'm rich, I'm beautiful, everyone loves me, everything works out for me, I am wanted by people for a relationship, my SP wants me back, my specific person desires me now. So, have those worked for you? Do you even know why you're doing them? The core of why you do any type of affirmation or repeated statement is to have you decide on what you want, focus on it, and then see yourself as having it. Like it is then given to you, or then with you, the having of it. Deciding what you want, saying what you want, and knowing by doing that it'll happen and manifest, and you will have it. So it's not really the words, it is what is happening behind the words. If you say, I want money, I have money, I intend for money, money is for me, money comes to me, but at the same time, don't see yourself as having money, and trying to force these statements, they just aren't working, and it's actually a waste of time. If you struggle, try, and force yourself to say them, that is not natural, and that is not having good thoughts about your desires. And you don't feel good about your desires, and don't know it will happen for sure. The only thing preventing your desires is your bad thoughts about it. That's it. So if you can clear and say a desire and have no bad thoughts about it, it can happen and manifest fast and easy, or instantly. So sure, you can find a way to affirm in a better way that makes you feel good, but forcing yourself to say these types of things when it doesn't feel good, or make you have bad thoughts about it then it won't work. I'll tell you what will work shortly. I don't know about for you, but for me, if I say things like that, my mind automatically rejects it and says, no, you don't. Like if I said, every person in the world wants to date me. I'm so amazing. My mind says, no, they don't. If I say, I have $10 million now, my mind says, no, you don't. It rejects it and makes you think of examples how it isn't true. So to bypass that conscious mind that says, no, you don't, I personally found a way around that works for me every time now. Instead of affirming things like saying, I have it now, like I have money now, I'm rich now, instead of things like that, I made up a thought story that I use every time to replace that. For me, I made up the phrase that says, I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. Then I decide what I want. Then I say what I want. Say it flat out. I want and the thing I want. Or say it with details about it. Then, as I do this in the moment I say that, I see or feel or know I will have it and see the desire with me, given to me, or see that I have it. The having of it. And that's it. It manifests. Okay, so how is this different than the traditional type affirmations? It's different because it bypasses that voice that says, no, you don't. No, you don't have that thing you want, or no, you aren't, that thing you are affirming about yourself. Saying what you do want, and knowing by doing so it will happen, is the same as having it. And any manifestation person will say the reason for any affirmation or any technique, any manifesting methods, is to say what you want, focus on it, and then see or know you will have it, the having of it. So this does that for you easily. Saying I want something and knowing that it will happen and I will get it is having it. Knowing you will have it is the same state as actually having it, compared to lying to yourself and forcing yourself to believe something that's not true and that makes you feel bad. If you knew you could say that statement that core story, get what you want and have it, then that is the same state and vibration as if you did in fact have it right now. The same state. The state you want to be in. The one that manifests it easily. Think about it. For example, if you were single and you knew you'd have a girlfriend in 2 weeks for sure, in 2 weeks it will happen. Okay, so you know your desire for a girlfriend is happening in 2 weeks. You will have it. The having of it. That's the same energy and state of being, which is probably calm and content and good. Then matches the state of having it right now. Then imagine the same thing. How if you did have a relationship and a girlfriend right now, you also know you have it. Know you got what you want. See, it's the same type of thoughts and energy. So then it manifests. Your thoughts create. So whatever story you say in your thoughts and make dominant becomes true for you. I personally said, I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. I want manifesting to be easy for me now. So easy as breathing now. I want to know exactly how I manifest every detail of my reality. And then shortly after saying that, it happened. If I were to say flat out and affirm, I know how to manifest. I manifest everything easily. My mind most likely thinks of times it didn't manifest easily, or how I didn't exactly know how I was doing it. See the difference? Saying my core story of, I say what I want and it happens, I always get what I want, then what I want, may sound to some like future tense, but really all is now. There is only the now moment. So knowing you will have it, saying what you want and knowing by doing so you will have it and get it and it will happen, is the same as actually having it. Knowing you can say, I want this, and by doing so it will happen, that's knowing you will have it. Then it manifests and you do have it. See how it works? So that core story is a key to it. I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. If it is true that your thoughts create, that core story is a thought then that creates. Say it often at first to make it remembered and dominant in your mind. So now let's say that core story is dominant and programmed in your mind. You know when you say what you want, it'll happen and manifest. Great. Now when you decide you want something or want to experience something, it gets even easier because all you have to do is say, I want, and the thing you want. I've seen this work. It's a pure manifestation. What does pure mean? Pure means you want it, say you want it, and have no bad thoughts about it. A pure desire is stated and has no bad thoughts about it. You know, I will say this and get it. You know then that all you have to do is say what you want, a wanted story, and then it manifests. I do this for everything. See my video called Manifest an Apartment. All I did was have that core story programmed in me. Like I say what I want, it happens. I always get what I want. So that thought became true for me. So then I was driving past apartment buildings, and all I did was say, I want to live there. And it happened. I wanted a raise at work one day. I decided I wanted a raise. My core story was already dominant within me, so not even needed to say anymore. And I simply said, I want a raise. And shortly after, I got one. I also have a video on that. It really can be that easy to manifest. Why hasn't my manifestation happened yet then? It is because you have bad thoughts about it. Maybe you don't realize you do, but maybe you can become aware of that and change it and finally get what you want. Well, how do I change it? What do I do? For everything, make a new wanted story. I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. I want a raise at work now. I want a new girlfriend or boyfriend now. I want everyone to give me compliments now. For me, I see flashes of scenes of these things automatically. I see it happen, which is having it. Then it does happen. If you can't see anything or visualize, knowing if you say your core story and what you want, you will get it is also enough. It's knowing it will happen. Knowing it will happen is having it, the having of it. This works better than traditional affirmations because it gets past that voice and thoughts of, no, you don't have that, and feeling bad about it, or the having to do it a million times, all day, every day. Your feelings come from thoughts. Your beliefs are thoughts you just keep thinking. So the core of it all is your thoughts, and saying the right thoughts. What are the right thoughts? The right thoughts are thoughts that have you decide what you want, focus on it, and see or know you will have it. I want is like choosing what you want to have next. So you're saying, I don't have to repeat 1,000 affirmations a day and repeat them over and over or write them 1,000 times? No, you don't. Let's make manifesting easy. You could say a desire once and have it happen. What makes that true? By saying your main core story. By deciding what you want. By saying what you want. Then by adding in this part to your wanted story that says, I want to say this desire once and for it to happen now. See how that says you only have to say it once? Maybe you say your wanted story several times at first, the first few days, but still include that. How else make it easy? How about adding in you want it to happen instantly? Or want it to come to you? How about for specific desires you focus on and write out a list of all the specifics about it in the wanted tense? Let's say you write it in a green notebook. I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. I want a new car. I want it to be automatic. This style, this color, this price. If you want a girlfriend or boyfriend, list out, I want them to be affectionate. I want a boyfriend or girlfriend who's faithful. I want them to want to commit to me forever. For a specific person, add their name. I want person's name to want to be in a relationship with me now. Ask me to be their girlfriend now. All with the words I want in front of it. Why? I want in front of it? Because your core story says when you say what you want, it happens. So then those wants happen. Do one wanted story for each desire at a time. So altogether, what would this be like? Let's say, for example, you want a new dog. You'd say, I say what I want, it happens. I always get what I want. I want a new dog now. I want a new dog that is everything I said I want enlisted in my green notebook now. I want my new dog to come to me and find me exactly where I am now. I want my new dog to manifest instantly now. I want to say this desire once and for it to happen now. I want my new dog in my arms now. And as you say that, you'd know you'd have it or see it with you. So then you let it be, and you get internally led, where it feels normal and natural as it's happening, and then it manifests. All you have to do is say your wanted story and leave it on a positive thought. Okay, so I did this and I left it on a positive thought. The next day comes and I thought of my desire again. Now what? At this point, you say reminder phrases that indicate or remind you that you will have your manifestation. Like, it's happening. I said I want that, and that's all I have to do. For a relationship, a simple reminder could be a quick inner conversation you'd say to yourself that simply says, I have a perfect relationship. I have a perfect boyfriend. I have a perfect girlfriend. Like you said what you want. That was done. Now you know it will happen. That is done. So a further statement you have your desire and it's done is something like that says and implies you have what you said you wanted. I have the best girlfriend. I manifested the relationship. She's everything I want. Or he's everything I want. I manifested my boyfriend or girlfriend. They're everything I said I wanted and listed in my green notebook now. But see how these types of reminders happen after your initial wanted story. After it was said and done and claimed. And after you said what you want and left it on a positive note. These types of thoughts follow that first wanted story. Only if your desire returns and comes to mind again. It is possible to say a desire, leave it as a positive thought, and never think of it again, and it can happen. but most desires come to mind a lot or have bad thoughts surrounding them. So saying your wanted story or positive thoughts and phrases about your desires in the wanted form replaces the bad thoughts about it. It replaces the thoughts and feelings of don't have to will have. And will have is the same as actually do have. And then it manifests. Comment below, what do you want to manifest next? Please like this video, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.